Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to the Loneliest City podcast, where we talk about life and living in Edmonton, the loneliest Canadian city. Check us out on the map while you're at it. In this episode, we'll be interviewing a special guest. I'm your host, Bees, here with my co-hosts, JC and Jesse. Today, we are joined by Victoria Boldick, a local author. You can find Victoria on her website, Facebook, and Twitter. Links will be provided in the heading and description. Be sure to check out her book, Firstborn, the first installment in the Shadovian Chronicles.
How's everybody doing today?
Pretty good. Yeah.
Doing really well. Thanks for asking.
Ah,
How are
I'm
you?
so excited. I'm doing good too. I took a nice long nap today for an hour and then I woke up.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a
Everything
nice
is a nap.
nap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so nice. I fell asleep to the sound of my boyfriend's keyboard clacking because he was playing a game, and I was just like, I just passed out.
Did you set an alarm to wake up, or did you
No.
just wake up on your own?
I just woke up on my own. I forgot why I woke up.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. But I
What
remember.
is wizardry to be able to wake up on your own?
I don't know. I think as you get older, that's the scariest thing. Like,
Oh, as you get older. Wow,
Maybe.
okay.
I don't know.
You're
Do
so
you
old.
experience that? I'm not.
Sorry.
But like, I don't know. Maybe it's just my body always being scared. Like, wait, do you have something planned today? And then you just like don't sleep or just kind of wake yourself up. You know? It's like,
You a
Paranoia.
cat.
yeah, it is the
Yeah.
paranoia alarm clock. We love it. We love that. We stand it.
Guys, but what about our awesome guest here? How's our guest doing right now?
Yeah.
How are you,
How's our
Victoria?
guest? How are you,
I'm
Victoria?
awesome. It's, fun times. I was dealing with my dog at the vet all day, basically, so that was
Oh,
great.
Oh,
love
yeah?
Yes,
That's
living
a
the
productive
dream.
Thursday.
Hello, Mr. Dog.
Yeah. Aw. Yeah. Say hello.
What breed
to
is
Mr.
your
Dog.
dog?
Yeah.
It's a husky. He
Oh,
likes to have problems
yes.
all the
Oh.
time.
Oh my goodness, that's
That's adorable.
yeah. Oh my goodness, there used to be a husky on my reservation, and her name was Dawn. And every time I'd run to her, she'd chase me and she'd jump on my back and like slam me right to the gravel. It was really cute. Love her.
That
Aw.
sounds painful.
Yeah, she's
Do
very
you have
like
back problems now?
no. Surprisingly, I guess it's just like all the
She's
time.
very
I've been, like,
durable.
I'm very durable. Yeah. Put the durable in adorable.
Oh,
Ooh.
clever. Okay.
Good
job.
Thank
Good
you,
job.
thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Good
So
job.
You're supposed to
Victoria. Oh yeah, thank you. So Victoria, let's talk a bit about you instead of me and the husky that lives on my reservation.
I mean, I'm good talking about huskies all day. so,
Oh yeah, no,
you know.
same here. Yeah, or else I'll go on
Fair
a
enough.
tangent.
Fair
Yeah. It's like, oh man, they're so cute. But yeah, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, where were you born? Are you from around here? From around these parts?
I am from like Dutchess, Alberta, which nobody ever knows where that is.
There's a place called Dutchess in Alberta.
Haven't heard
That
of
is
it.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where it is.
Yeah.
Do you guys know where Medicine Hat is?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's an hour, some
Oh,
direction.
I feel like I'm being quizzed.
Ah. You guys
Also
have
nearby
Madison?
Brooks, Alberta, which had the outbreak for a while, I think. So
Oh,
I know
right.
Brooks.
Yeah.
So closer to Calgary.
Okay.
Yeah.
well, it's 2 hours to Calgary, and then 4.5 to Edmonton. So I grew up there, and then
Oh.
Yeah.
I moved to Saskatchewan when I
Oh.
was like 18.
Mhm.
And then I decided to go to university after working for about 3 or 4 years. I don't know, math is hard. It's
Oh,
like
you're a hard worker.
math is hard and it's like.
Can you
So then
imagine?
I-
Impressive.
Yeah.
Then I came back here to do university because I'm like, oh, maybe that's something that I should do because you can't get a good job unless you have a university degree, it seems.
Right.
Absolutely.
What's your
Felt
degree?
that.
I'm aiming for English.
Love
Shouldn't be too much of a
it.
surprise.
Yeah. What?
I don't know.
I read
That's
that
a good point.
on your website that you're studying English because you loved reading books when you were younger, and every time your parents would drive you into the city, I think you mentioned you'd always beg for them to get you a book,
Oh.
right?
Yep,
Wow.
that was my thing. Was I just want another book, please? Because we didn't have TV because it was small town and you couldn't get decent channels.
Right.
Absolutely.
Got CBC
Oh.
though. Hey.
So you're forced
Oh
to
yeah,
read?
CBC, woohoo!
She wasn't
liked
being
it,
forced
though, so
to
it
read.
wasn't
She loved
forced.
reading. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. It reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. You know when like Belle, like in the old stories, not like the Disney version, but like in the stories of Beauty and the Beast, when the dad would go to the town and she had like sisters, and they'd be like, "Oh, get us this and this."
She's like dodging traffic too.
Yeah, no, and then she was like, "No, all I want is a rose." That's what it reminds me of. I don't know.
Sure.
That's
Let's go with that.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you should go on oncoming traffic while you read a book and like have animals sing to you and stuff.
Yeah. What?
I don't know what I'm talking
the
about.
Disney version.
You know what?
Yeah, what she's in.
Never mind. Next question.
Thank you, Jesse.
I'm sorry.
It's all good. So, what got you into writing?
Stupidity. No.
Oh, don't say that.
No, I'm joking. It's mostly, I don't know. See, everybody always asks me this.
Yeah.
It's like I just started writing one day and I couldn't stop.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
couldn't
I like how
stop?
simple that is.
That
No,
is
I
beautiful.
couldn't. It was just
Mhm.
it felt right, if that makes any
Yeah.
sense to anyone.
Oh.
Everyone always
Yeah.
says, it feels right, that's why I do it. And it's just like, that's
Yeah.
the lamest answer you can give.
I love it though, because that's when you know you feel it in your soul, and also it feels right. Get it? WRIT.
Yeah.
Wow.
Witty you. Witty you.
Thank you.
There's more where that came from.
Always.
You didn't have a lot of puns all the whole time.
Wait, we try to keep it minimal. It's like
I'm
3-4
joking, puns
tops.
are great.
Yeah, 3, 4.
All right.
Come on, all the puns.
Oh yeah, I'm very punny. This is.
What?
You are.
Thank you. So yeah, you felt like maybe like deep in your soul that you had, that it felt right for you. I think that's really cool because then it kind of like it shows that you're following where your heart kind of leads you. I think that's really neat. That's really that's beautiful.
Whoa.
It's been a lot of fun, and my whole family, which I was kind of like, oh, are you guys all going to be like, no, don't do that. You're not going to make any money from that.
Yeah.
And they're all really supportive. And they're like, no,
Aw.
it's cool. We want you to do that. That's better than drugs.
Yes. Yes.
That's
You're comparing it to
beautiful,
drugs.
though. Yeah.
And the high you get with the writer's high it's very powerful.
Yeah.
That's a thing?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah, it's a thing.
Wow.
Do you
what is it
remember
like?
the first time you experienced a writer's high?
Yeah, what was the
Yeah.
first time like?
How old were you?
That's a good question, Beth.
Let's not ask. No. I was probably like
Oh.
15.
Oh, wow.
You've been hooked ever since.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
it.
basically, just like nothing else works, just that.
Yeah. That's really cool. Would you call that one of the key moments in your life that made you like really get into writing? Or were there other kind of key stories or moments that made you want to get into writing?
I think like key moments wise,
Mhm.
I wouldn't say that was a key moment. That was more of a
Like a high.
I was whoa, this is fun. It
Yeah.
wasn't necessarily I need to feel this all the time. That kind of came. I was 19-ish,
Okay.
and I
Yeah.
was like, I was nannying at the time, and
Yeah.
I just wanted to do more with myself because I'm like, this is.
Right.
I mean, I'm helpful,
Wow,
but I
at
don't want to be a
19.
nanny for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I waited
and
to
I
26.
had always had this sort of. I had this idea in the back of my head for a story since I was probably 15-ish.
Yeah.
And like I had the characters and the setting, I just didn't have a plot yet.
Right.
You know, if you want to have a story, you need to have a plot. Apparently,
Yeah,
this is what I'm told.
Yeah. Oh, right. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're the one in school. You're doing that stuff. Yeah.
So,
that's
So, like,
cool.
Just a quick question. How did you manage to know what steps to take to publish a book? Because you published your book before you you haven't graduated, right? You're still a student?
I'm in my third year now.
Whoa.
And you published your book prior, correct?
I published it during my
third year?
first year.
Oh, wow. Amazing. So where did you find guidance?
Amazon has a really well done formatting thing.
Oh,
Wow.
I say it's really well done, but it's like a binder full basically small
Yeah.
binder, not a big binder, but a binder
Wow.
full handbook about how to like format all of your work, get it prepared.
Cool.
Like basically like hold your hand step by step.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of, I want to say
Yeah.
idiot proof, but
Yeah. It's like,
Wow.
well,
you
time for
know,
me
there's
to
always
test
a few
that
people
out.
who just.
But,
But so I
like,
did
how long did that
and
take?
it was-
Yeah.
I had help because I had editors.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I had, but someone in my aunt is an editor,
Mhm.
sort of. She edits
Okay.
in her time because she's
Wow.
retired now, so she kind of helped me out with that, and she helped me do a bunch of that stuff.
Mhm.
So I didn't do a
Oh,
lot.
It's in your blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Oh.
And so
Mhm.
she helped me out with a lot of that stuff. And then
Mhm.
probably in total, I took about 5 hours to get everything ready to go on the final day.
Right.
5 hours?
Wow.
Yeah, just to make sure everything was done right, and because
No,
Amazon was really picky about everything and being like, oh, you
Yeah.
have this little bit, like an inch outside of the margin, so you got to fix that.
Yeah. Wow.
You went through your whole book in 5 hours?
Well, no, that's what I mean. Is my aunt did a bunch of the work for me.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Okay. All right.
No, I did 5
Still
hours.
pretty
and she
crazy,
probably
though.
did like 48.
So shout out to Victoria's
Okay.
aunt. Solid.
Woo!
Yeah.
Snaps. for
Yeah.
her.
Thank
Right?
you,
We got to
Aunt
give
Katie.
her a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah. All thanks to her.
Yeah.
Shout out
So
to
are
all
there
the,
any-
the family, supportive family.
Oh yeah,
Right?
we love
That's
support
so
I have had a
family.
lovely family who's helped me out with this. 'Cause they're
Oh,
all
that's
pretty-
so sweet. I love that.
That's amazing.
We love supportive
there any-
families.
Authors who influenced you?
I mean, there's tons.
Yeah.
But
How
at the same
about-
time, there's also like none.
Oh
If that
yeah.
makes any sense.
Yeah, that
Like,
would make sense. Yeah.
There are a bunch of them that I look up to. Like, I mean,
Mhm.
until recently, J.K. Rowling.
Oh
Okay.
right. Yeah. Yeah. She really took that. Yeah.
There was a bit of a jump there, and I'm just like, okay, well, you know what? I used to, and now I don't.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, that's so
Okay.
unfortunate. I know how that feels. Oh man. It's like we were rooting
Then-
for you.
Yeah, I know. It's like, come on, you were the underdog here. You got
Yeah.
rejected a bunch of times.
Yeah.
Mm.
Damn. Mhm.
And then, I mean, there's the obvious ones like Tolkien.
Mhm.
Have a
Tolkien.
big
Oh, yeah,
influence
yeah,
on
yeah.
fantasy.
Mhm.
Yeah, your theme is fantasy after all.
Oh
Or
right.
It
Yeah.
is.
genre,
So,
genre.
you know.
Obviously.
Genre.
Not a theme, same thing. No, it's not.
Yeah.
I don't know what books are.
Yes, you do. You have to read them if you're at university. You just don't
Yeah.
want to.
Ah, that's actually
Guys, I have
a
a
good
confession.
question.
I can't
yeah.
read.
Whoa. Hi, my name is Jacob, and I never knew how to read.
That'd be scary if you were serious.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Is the confession worse if it's from me? I can't read. No.
But I can write. Oh, that's
Hey,
you know what? Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Oh, right. So yeah, there's this famous author who he didn't write any of his own work. I mean, he just spoke it, and then he got this little errand boy to just like write it down for him as he was speaking, and he was like standing the whole time when he wrote his books. Have you heard
Wow.
that? Yeah.
I have
Is that
not,
the
no.
philosopher?
That's what I was thinking. Is it Socrates you're talking about?
Oh, maybe I'm like mixing this up now. These are like Socrates and his
Yeah.
little students.
Oh wait. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Socrates had Plato, and then Plato wrote down everything he said, and then
Yeah.
a few years later came Aristotle.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then there
So
was
that's
this
a-
one. Yeah.
And that's about how much I know about philosophy. So
Oh yeah. It's
English
basically
not a
like
philosophy
yeah.
major.
I like to call it philosophical fan fiction because Socrates was a big fan of Plato. So wait, was that backwards? I don't know what I'm saying.
Where
Anyway,
you go? What?
it's philosophical fan.
I'm sorry,
fiction.
fan fiction.
Heck yeah.
They had a
And
very.
sounds about right.
He was
Because
a. Plato was a married man though. Oh no.
it's okay. You can still be a fan of someone. I
Oh, I thought you were getting this somewhere
Fan-
else with the whole. Never mind.
No,
Fan
she was
fiction
saying like
doesn't have
fan
to go all the
fiction.
way.
So fan fiction is when you take someone else's work and then you kind of like recreate it, and
Yeah.
usually it's like based off of the obsession you have with the characters, I guess you could say. So like,
Oh.
for example,
fiction.
like Twilight.
Okay.
No, is it 50 Shades of Grey? That's fan fiction of Twilight or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, exactly. So that's fan fiction.
Really?
hate that I know
Yep.
that.
50 Shades Crazy.
all hate
That
that we know
whole
that.
thing was fan fiction.
It was, yeah. And same.
Was it?
I don't.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on this, but I think even like with Twilight, Stephanie Meyers was inspired by fans. So basically, like fans created the story, and then she took that content and then did whatever she did and created that book. But yeah, most of those are fan fiction technically that ended up getting like published by an author. Like an author took it over and then recreated it. There's a
Wow,
lot
I
of
didn't
fan
know
fiction
that.
out there. Yeah, there's a lot of fan
Yeah.
fiction out there.
Yeah, even I dabbled in it at one point, which is, my
Yeah.
the thing I don't talk about.
You know what? People that write fan fiction, they make a lot of coin though. They can like.
I'll
I
read
know
your
that
fan
they can.
fiction.
Oh, okay, yeah. Write
Yeah,
some fan
I
fiction.
deleted it all after I became a published author. I didn't want
Okay.
that on
You don't want
I
that
like
dirt
that.
on you?
I mean, it's not like it was bad, but it was just
Yeah,
not great.
yeah. But didn't everyone
Final
do that when they were
Fantasy
like
crossovers
15?
with random anime.
Final Fantasy.
Oh.
Oh, that's hilarious.
But which anime though?
Kuroshitsuji, I believe is what it was called, or Black
Oh,
Butler.
okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I watched Black Butler. I got it.
We all have our guilty pleasures.
We do. Oh, I love that. It's actually really cool. But
So are published authors looked down upon if they like engage in fan fiction?
oh,
Is it like
Are
something
if you
just
aren't. I mean,
Sorry?
this is just my take on it, so
Yeah.
take it for what it is.
for sure?
It seems from what I've found is if you're an indie author, which is what I would be considered, it is
Mhm.
frowned upon.
Oh,
no way.
look at
That's
that.
because you are supposed to be the indie author scene is under a lot more scrutiny than if you are traditionally published.
Mhm.
You're right, I can't talk. Don't ask for
No, it's all good. Take your time.
And so, yeah, there's a dichotomy and a huge argument over whether or not indie authors should get more attention or less attention than they do, because a lot of stuff can be some bad indie author, but there's also some bad traditional published stuff too. So
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
yes.
true.
it's all
Yeah.
about, who has
So-
influence where.
Yeah.
Speaking about
Politics.
community, do
Mhm.
you surround yourself with other writers? Like, are
Ooh,
you
I
a
do on
part of this
Twitter.
like indie writing community? Okay, Twitter, and there's
No
like a writing
way.
scene on there, indie author writing scene. I don't know
Yeah,
if
there's
that's
a
the
writing
question.
community.
Twitter?
And we all talk to each other.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
There is a couple groups on Facebook that I've joined, but I haven't
Uh-huh.
really managed to get into so much just because, I don't know, they're kind of crazy.
wow, I didn't know you guys use Twitter. I thought all the authors just like stay on forums or like blogs because they're always just talking
there's
in
probably
paragraphs to
those
each
too.
other. Yeah,
I don't know how to talk to people.
it's all
you're doing
good.
pretty good.
Yeah, you're doing great right
I fake it until I make it, then,
now.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
Yeah.
It's my life.
Get rid of that.
Syndrome.
Don't be like
Yeah,
that.
same here. Yeah, you literally wrote a book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
Did
so
I?
awesome.
Yeah,
I did.
Yeah, that's like a
that's funny. I love that.
that's an
so-
achievement.
Yeah,
That is an achievement.
that is.
Especially like you aren't even graduated yet, and I think it's so awesome that you already
Yeah.
have something like in
Yeah.
your
Yeah, that's actually
portfolio.
Yeah. Yeah, I've graduated and I've done nothing. Like that's cool.
I'm sure that's not true.
I graduated and came back.
Oh, there you go. See?
You're miles ahead of
Commitment.
us.
Yeah.
I don't know what I do after I graduate, though, so
Ah.
Write more books.
I don't make enough money to
Yeah.
live off the books. I
That's
can
right.
write lots of books, but I have to make money to live.
Right.
That is true.
Okay.
That is so
Yeah.
true.
Mhm.
Well, we're rooting for you.
We are.
Appreciate that.
I'm gonna share your books everywhere. Like, go read it. Ah.
Please
Yeah.
do.
That'd be
Tell
so
everybody to buy it. If everybody
Yeah.
in Q bought my book, bought like my Kindle version, I could become rich.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody to do it.
Yeah. We
Just
love that.
include it
Well,
into
hear
the
that, students?
tuition fee.
Yeah.
Mandatory book for all new students.
Yeah, there you go. You gotta read it. Or else.
It'll be for like a hard science course for like chemistry
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep everyone
Or-
else sane. Here's a fantasy book.
Actually, I don't know why. That makes no sense.
I'm not sure why chemistry makes sense, but sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can find some kind of chemistry related item. Oh, they could do a theory on like how the magic works or whatever.
That would be so
yes.
cool. I wish that were an actual class to take, like a chemistry magic theory class. Would that be possible? I think it would be. That'd be cool.
That would be very cool.
Yeah. It'd be like, instead of having a language class, like instead of being like Klingon, but it'd be like a chemistry version of a fantasy world. That'd be sick.
But it'd probably be something that's only offered once every 5 years, knowing our school.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's true. Speaking of school, how did you get yourself to write? Like, what are your favorite writing exercises? Because when I sit down to write an essay, I'm just like, wow, I don't want to do this.
I find
due
it a
in
lot
5
easier.
hours.
See, with my books, it's not due in 5 hours. It's due whenever the hell I please. Sorry.
Oh,
That's true.
that's a lot of freedom.
Well, it is, but it isn't.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, I don't have deadlines. But if I get what I
Yeah.
want of getting an agent and stuff, then I will have deadlines I have to meet, and I'm gonna have to change some ways I do things.
Yeah. We love that.
I guess to answer the question, I most of the time have to actually force myself to sit down.
Yeah.
I just get started, and then it's fun for me.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I
Oh.
don't actually want to start.
Right.
Yeah, that's half the battle
But that
right there.
makes us
Just
feel
starting.
better.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, she still produced something. Like, often when I don't want to start, I literally do not start. And then I just regret it for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But oftentimes,
my
I
life, man.
procrastinate on my essays and just work on my books, because I'm like, it's easier to do my book than to write my essay, and that way I'm sitting in front of a computer and it looks like I'm productive.
Okay. So on that note, let's take a quick break. Let's move on from here. And yeah, because that was a great question. And that's actually going to be a nice bridge into the next topic, where we're going to be talking a lot more about your book and all these fun questions. I'm so excited. It's going to be a fun time.
I'm excited.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
me
cool.
too. It is going to be cool. It's going to be so fun. I'm excited.
Okay. Shadovia is a kingdom where magic reigns supreme. A kingdom on the precipice, and there is one man who holds her fate in the balance. Prince Leif Gerris was raised as the king's only child, but fate changes its mind on a whim. When certain secrets come to light, secrets regarding a twin, Leif's once certain future is thrust into turmoil, destined to be either Shadovia's savior or her ruination. Leif is faced with a pro-choice. His family or his kingdom. Either way, Leif loses something precious. Are you struggling with something in your life? Is life tossing you around and kicking you in the teeth? Well, be like Leif here. We all have our own kingdoms to save. Sometimes we start getting complacent. Sometimes we start thinking that the world owes us something. Well, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't. No one's gonna hand you that real estate license or that easy employment. No. Unfortunately, I'm afraid that you're gonna have to put in the work like everyone else. Sure, some people get lucky, but the rest of us, that's not the case. Sure, it's not easy. It's not always gonna work. But what are you gonna do? What can you do? No, I'm here to tell you the sad reality that you have no choice. So go set that alarm clock. Let yourself be tired. Let yourself feel some pain. It's good for you. Pain is what makes us grow, makes the bones strong, gives us endurance. Drink some milk. Don't stay where you are. You're gonna be bitter and resentful, and turn into that small tyrant that ruins everyone else's days. You're gonna be the tyrant that ruins other people's kingdoms and their economies, and their monetary policies, and you will become the villain. No one wants to become the villain, and there are some of us who wake up the next day only to realize that we've become the villain. Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be the villain anymore, because you've got your own kingdom to save like all of us. And that's exactly what Leif is going to do. I don't hear Leif over here complaining. He's got bigger problems, bigger issues. I doubt that they even have running water in the world. They most likely don't have the modern infrastructure that we take for granted. I don't even think he brushes his teeth or even flosses. I doubt they even have dental, but you don't hear Leif complaining. Nope, Leif here has got a kingdom to save, and he's gonna do his best and not let himself get complacent. So get out there and buy this book. It'll teach you a thing or two about waking up in the morning and taking the kick to the face, because sometimes you gotta take it. Sometimes you just gotta grit your teeth and roll with the punches. Be like Leif. Buy Victoria's book. Be your own hero, and if you do things right, maybe someday you'll be someone else's hero. So buy this book. Buy this book. Go buy this book. Leave an Amazon review, preferably a positive one. Buy this book. Buy this book. Go buy this book. Did you buy this book? Go buy this book. Alright, cool. Did you buy this book? I know I asked the first time, I'm just checking. Okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna go. Did you buy this book? Did you buy this book? Alright.
And we're back. So, how was everyone's break? Had a good time? We're back to maybe talking. Yeah.
Great.
rediscovered
time.
myself. It's always a process.
On my way out of my books.
Oh yeah.
You wrote another book?
Wrote another book.
Yes, in the time of the break, I wrote another book. I'm that good.
Man.
That's what we call productivity. Ooh, we gotta get on your level, man. You gotta
What's
get
your
on-
We really
secret?
do.
Yeah. Is there a juice?
I'm secretly changing a bait. No. Help!
You guys
Yeah,
remember
like-
that movie? Isn't there there's that movie about that one dude that takes a pill and then Limitless.
Limitless.
Yeah.
Logs like 100%
Yeah, that's
of
the one.
his brain. Yeah, and he writes his
You
book
only
in,
use
like, a day.
10% of your brain. Yeah.
It's such a bro
Yeah.
movie. I think it's so funny.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. Oh man, that's so funny. I just thought of that. Like that's what you did right now.
Yeah,
you took
yeah.
that pill, wrote a book, you did it. So now we're
Yeah.
back. Yeah, we're gonna be talking more about
Yeah.
your book. I'm so excited, specifically about characters and all that fun stuff. And actually,
How about we
Yeah.
start with the name?
yeah, let's start with the
What's-
name.
Sure. So it's called Firstborn. It was called The Firstborn, and then I decided to drop the because it was superfluous.
Ah,
Necessary.
Oh.
I like it. I'm a firstborn too.
I'm not. I am a lastborn.
Whoa.
Oh, so you're
Aw.
the baby.
I am.
I love
Unless
it.
there's something I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Then you could be a middle child, and you're just like, oh no, life.
All my
change.
life, I assumed I was a lastborn, but maybe it's a lie.
Hey, you never know. Mm-hmm. And
Getting the cake from Portal.
Exactly. That's so funny. But yeah, so it's called Firstborn, and it's in the fantasy genre, right?
It is
That's really exciting.
fantastical.
Fantastical genre. We love it.
Fantastical. Is there a reason why you chose fantasy? Maybe you've tried sci-fi, you just didn't like it, or
Mhm.
Fantasy is what I was read. So it's
Oh,
what I do
okay.
best. So I just sort of
oh,
naturally went into the fantasy genre.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Yeah.
right, and you're influenced by like Tolkien and J.R.R. Wait,
Same
J.K.
here.
Rowling.
That's one.
Mixed up my names. Of course. like,
To an extent, Game of Thrones, but I haven't actually read the books. So
Okay.
Game of
Yeah.
Thrones. Oh,
I've been told
oh,
I
man.
should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because apparently my series is a lot like Game of Thrones.
Oh wow.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for.
But for like a younger audience, not
Oh, okay.
super young, like
Okay.
YA, not kid,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's a few explicit scenes still.
Okay.
If anyone
cool.
approached you for a TV adaptation, would you go for it? From the
That's
book?
who it is, and how much money they're offering.
Yeah. Of course.
Money's the motivation.
Yeah. There we go.
I mean,
So
I
how
like
much
to pretend
cool.
I wouldn't be a
Fair
sellout, and I'd be like, no, it has to stay pure. But if you're gonna offer me tens of millions of dollars,
Yeah.
think about it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I would pay off my student loans quite well.
Yeah. Quite nicely, with a little bit to spare for a nice
Yeah.
Mercedes. Yeah.
Exactly.
Or just to move out, so I'm not living with a bunch of kids. No,
So,
I love
What
my niece
does-
and nephews, but
have they read your novels?
oh no, they aren't allowed.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, that's
Oh.
so funny. They're just like, no.
There's one scene that is a torture scene, and it's
Oh.
Oh.
That's so
Oh, man.
funny. Be like, okay, I want you to not read this.
Yeah, just don't read these chapters, and you're
Yeah.
fine.
you just skip these. Now you're good. Yeah. So, who are your favorite characters in your book?
Ooh, I have lots. My probably personal, most
Mhm.
favorite of all of my favorites
Yeah,
would be this random merchant named Sai.
I love it.
Oh.
Yeah. Is he like a chaotic good
Cool.
kind of character?
Actually, that's a very good way to describe Sai.
I love it. Because usually
Oh.
all of my favorite characters are chaotic goods, and that's just, oh, that's so good. I love it.
He doesn't play a huge part, but
Yeah.
he's like the person who knows everything, and he's the character who obviously knows more than he's letting on.
Yeah, I love it.
And I just like those characters that
Yeah.
know way more about
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
going on than everybody else around them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
They're
You
very
know,
funny.
He has another bigger role to play in the future that nobody but me and a few other
Ooh.
people know.
Yeah, that's so exciting. We know some tea on the
Yeah.
side.
You guys get to have some insider knowledge here.
Exactly. We got some insider knowledge. I'm excited.
Become very important later on.
Later on. That's
Not
going to
for
be
a
really
while.
cool. Okay.
Where do
It
you
depends how long it
find
takes me to write the book.
Yeah.
where do you find inspiration for your characters? Like, are they
that's a
based off
good-
of
yeah.
people in your life,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
The main character's best friend is based loosely off of my best friend.
Oh, that's a real compliment.
Yeah,
That
well, it
is,
is
that
until you
really
read the
is.
book and you realize some things happen and it's less of a
Woo!
compliment.
Oh no. Oh,
Still be
oh
like
dear.
such an honor though. Be like, oh, I'm in a book.
But
Yeah.
no, it's an honor if
Well,
her
my
best friend even knows. Does your best friend know?
Oh yeah, he knows. He knows.
Okay.
He read the book and he's like, this is me. Why? What have you done? I have immortalized you.
We love it. That's friendship goals. Can I be a
Yeah, why
featured
haven't-
character in your book? But like just a random passerby. That's it.
Sure, I can throw your name in there.
Thank you.
I might have to change the spelling slightly.
Can I be like a girl that
It's
just like
fantasy
accidentally?
and it can't be just normal spelling.
Oh yeah, it has to be like CJ. Because my name's JC.
Maybe you could like mention like a little city and call it the loneliest city in the
Yeah.
I
world.
could probably
Oh
do that.
yeah.
That'd be
Have
so
like the ruins of this lonely city.
Yeah.
And people are just dying there for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe not the last part. Maybe not that.
I go there and die of loneliness.
Yeah.
Imagine
Very
if
sad
that
turn.
actually started to happen. That would be so scary.
Yeah. Oh my
I'm
god.
Oh.
sad.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I got heavy fast.
That is gonna be bad.
I'm just saying,
gotta
like,
leave
you know
Edmonton.
how like in a lot of these like these movies and shows and
Right.
whatnot, how like the characters will find this like one book, and a lot of the content in the book
Oh.
it's a replica of their current lives, and then
Oh,
whatever
yeah?
the book says is like what happens. It's
Mhm.
a thing.
Yeah.
Victoria, back me up.
It is. It is. I mean, technically, if you look at the I'm writing the third book basically in the series.
Mhm.
It has a lot of stuff about like what's going on in the world now, but being played
Yeah.
out in like the way that makes sense because it's a medieval fantasy. So
Right.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
some of the political
Rooted
stuff
in
that's going
history.
on is showing up.
Yeah.
Oh
cool.
man,
I love
oh
it.
man.
Tackling those kinds of discussions, we love it. We stand.
Yep.
Also, how often do you get writer's block and how do you deal with it?
Cry. No. Crying is my answer to everything. No. No,
I'm gonna cry right now.
Probably without. Mostly I get it all the time, and it sucks and I hate it.
Oh.
And-
Mhm.
It becomes okay, I just have to sit down and write through this.
Yeah.
Even if what I write is
Oh.
complete crap and like,
Oh.
bullshit and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's just like, okay,
Just push
got-
through.
yeah, we'll just sit down and we'll write words. And like even if it's I write a sentence, that's what I
Mhm.
start for. If
Yeah.
the sentence makes sense, I continue to the next sentence. And I keep going until
Yeah.
I have a full paragraph.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And once I've got the paragraph, I go, okay, I have the energy to keep writing.
Yeah.
Yes, keep writing some more. If I
Yeah.
don't, it becomes okay, we got a paragraph done. We're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go.
That's so
Yourself in the back.
practical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, there's a point to forcing it, and there is a point where if you force it too much, it's just not worth it because you're just going to
Yeah.
make it worse and make the burnout harder.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, what's the burnout like?
For me, it means
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing video games for about 3
Ah.
days,
Wow, 3 days straight?
Yeah.
give or take.
3
My
days.
document walks in between there, and I have to eat. So
Ah, yeah.
That's commitment. I love it.
Man, with Animal
I
Crossing,
got into
you get through
Skyrim
that.
recently, so
Oh no!
Oh, you're
way.
playing Skyrim. That's such a. I mean, it
it's
makes
an old game.
sense.
I know. Okay.
Yeah, is that the one
Right.
with the garlic knight? There's a knight in there that looks like garlic. I
That's,
know.
what?
There's a knight in
Final
there.
Fantasy with the Onion Knight.
Onion knight.
Oh.
That's it.
What? That's hilarious.
Yeah, he looks like a garlic, not a garlic onion.
I play some Final Fantasy too, but hence the
Love
fan
that.
fiction.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Full circle.
Full circle. Yeah, we love to see it. We love to see it. So, what does your work process look like? Especially like in.
Are you more
during the
productive at
summer-
night?
I'm not actually. I'm more productive in the
Oh.
morning, but I have to
Okay.
actually get up to be productive. It's a bit of a problem.
Oh, right. Okay, I got it.
So I end up writing the most at night, or in like the afternoon, especially like it's at night during university and class time and stuff because I
Okay, I
Yeah.
get
paying
that.
attention.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I do a lot of writing at night during the university semester, but then
Yeah.
spring, summer, if I'm not working,
Yeah.
it becomes a
Fair enough.
of just working, and like I work in the morning until
Mhm.
about till probably about 1, and then after that I'll get up, like eat lunch, take my dog for a run, and then come
Yeah.
back to it all in the afternoon
Yeah.
for another couple hours.
Do you work part-time anywhere? I think you mentioned that. Or was that...
I don't right now.
Okay. Never mind.
I used to work, but,
Yeah.
and I decided last summer, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
It helped that this summer things happened and it was a little harder to get a job. But
Oh, felt that. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, it is hard right now.
applying to places, and it was just like, okay, I'm not hopeful. So I just decided to consider this writing as my full-time job.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
right
good.
on.
Yeah. Right
Yeah.
on.
Oh.
That's kind of fun.
That's my Santa laugh.
Actually, I have another question, and it's kind of a silly question, but like, do you?
I like those.
I just thought about this because sometimes I remember when I was younger, there was this one book, and I read it, and the author just loved to use the word palpable, and that's how I learned about the word palpable because they just kept saying it over. Do you have like a specific word that sometimes you can't get
Yeah,
out of
that's
your
a
head
good
while you're
question.
writing?
Probably do, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I do have like a word that I can never spell properly the first go around.
Oh,
I can never
Oh,
spell
yeah,
assassin properly.
assassin. It's like ass in, right? Like
That's all it is, but I can't spell it right.
yeah. No,
I don't know why.
all the time. Yeah, that's
I
like
just sit there looking at it like this is spelled wrong.
yeah.
Then I spell other words that it's like, why is it a word like assassin, which is easy to sound out, so
Yeah.
hard for me to type properly?
I
And
feel
then
like
Weird.
these
there's
other
an
words
A
are
in
like
there.
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Have
get
you-
that.
Have you used that word often, like in any of your books, for you to remember that specific word causes you trouble?
Yeah. Just force
Assassin,
yourself.
yeah. I have a
Ooh.
character who is an assassin, so I have to describe him.
Oh.
And a lot of times it's the assassin did this, or
Ooh.
the assassin brought the neck over the other guy's throat.
Oh.
Oh.
Love that. Love that.
Do you know how I know how to spell it? I just say like the 3 words in it. I just say like ass in, you know?
Yeah.
It's easier.
I've tried that too, and I
Oh,
still
you
manage.
did?
Yeah.
For some reason I add an A at between, like it's ASSIN, and so
Yeah.
for some reason before the IN I
Yeah.
put an A all the time, and I know the A is supposed to be there.
Yeah.
It goes there.
Yeah.
Dang, man.
Because when you're visualizing
Sorry,
it in your
I can't
head,
help
it
you.
makes sense.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're like, oh, I'm
That's
done
fair.
here.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do. We can't
Yeah.
help her.
All right.
Time of death.
I'm on my own. Got it.
Beep.
That's so funny, man. Oh.
So, how many edits and changes do you put on something before you're satisfied, Victoria?
Yeah.
Before I'm satisfied, or before my editor's satisfied.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, either
Oh,
or. Whoa.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before I'm satisfied enough to send it to an editor, I have to have read over it about 5 or 6 times.
Your editor
And
sounds
then-
scary.
My editor's awesome, and I love him.
Oh, I love
amazing.
that.
Shout out to Ryan Stack.
We love it.
Ri-
Shout out to you,
Ryan Stick?
Woo.
Ryan Stack.
We love
Yeah,
you.
Ryan.
Woo. We're giving you some
I love
applause.
you, Ryan. You don't know me, but I love you.
Love it. That kind of reminds me of like in the animes whenever there's like a writer character and then their editor is always like crying trying to get them to write. And they're just like I'm visualizing them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just like I love that trope. It's my favorite trope to see, and it cracks me up every time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like to have a few set. I like to go through it myself, and then we're on the second round for the second book in the series right now.
Okay,
And I'm
cool.
expecting at least another 2, I think, before he's ready to help me send it to agents and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have lots of work ahead of me still.
Yeah, it's really cool. Oh, you mentioned your book is is like Game of Thrones. How so for you in that way?
Again, as I said, I haven't actually read it. This is just what I've been told by other people.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm just going with what I know from memes, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But,
Oh no.
yeah, I know.
Winter's
No,
coming.
me.
Basically. No, I don't.
Don't
have that
worry. I
Okay.
haven't read Game of Thrones either. Have any of you read it?
I've read the
Oh.
first book.
I couldn't get through the first one.
Yeah, but I got through the first one. I mostly
this
watched
makes
the
me
show
feel better.
though. Yeah.
I haven't
So
watched
would-
the show either.
Oh, okay. Cool. It's okay.
Same.
Don't get started, man. That last season kills you. You know? Oh man.
I have
just
been
cried.
told.
Yeah. Oh, I cried. I was actually no, I didn't cry, but I was upset about it. I was like, 10 years.
And you
man.
just said killing. So, Victoria, do you enjoy killing off your characters?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Now we're getting to the hard questions.
Yeah.
I do. Probably why people think I
Sorry.
like hair.
Sorry.
I left you a mug
I do
that
like
says
killing
like
off
Vineyard
characters.
tears.
Whoa.
She was like, oh, we're getting to the hard questions. And then just so
Yes.
casually, you're like, I do. Yes. You got me.
I do. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's good. I feel like
Why do you enjoy
I've
it?
succeeded.
Yeah.
I feel
Why
like
do you
I've
enjoy
succeeded
it?
as an author if somebody cries because I killed off their favorite character.
Oh yeah.
Probably their favorite
Okay,
character was
okay,
also my
yeah.
favorite character.
I
So
would
you
have
like
to
make
get
the
you
sweetest
custom
grandma
mugs.
ever, and you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna kill off the sweetest grandma. I'm not allowed to kill kids or like elderly people.
Okay. Cool.
I love that. That's respect. That's
Yeah.
Is that a
there's some
personal
respect.
motto?
Yes.
Or is that?
Basically.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, I was at first allowing kids, and then some things happened in my family and stuff. I'm like, okay, fine.
Okay.
Kids
yeah.
are off limits too.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
It's all good.
my sister
Yeah.
likes to joke with me and be like, "You would kill off your main character, wouldn't you?" I'm like, "Yep." If they no longer have a purpose, they're gone.
Yeah. They out of here. That's so funny. We love that.
So, like with that ease, do you have an attachment to any of your characters? Because I know some authors have mentioned that you feel this attachment to characters. Are you not attached to your characters?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
And in
How
a
do
way
you
that I'm an
mourn?
abusive parent.
Like, do you just
Horrible, and I
do you have
feel
like a
terrible
bad
after saying
day
that.
and you come home and kill off a character because you just take it out on them?
I mean, not exactly.
Not
Yeah.
Most of the
exactly.
time, I have rules about. Well, I have it planned out on which characters will die in a book.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
okay.
it's not like
okay.
it's just
Willy
violence
nilly.
for violence's sake.
Right.
Yeah.
I tried not to go for that, although the torture scene in Firstborn kind of might have been a bit more than it needed to be.
Okay.
Man,
But it adds a little bit of sparkle. Adds a little bit of pizzazz.
does.
Yeah.
It does. It adds a little bit of excitement as you're leading up
Exactly.
into the climax. So
Yeah. A little bit
Yeah.
of extra flavor. We love that. And
Yeah.
speaking
And
of killing
that's what
off,
life
like,
needs
characters,
sometimes.
Yeah.
to keep it.
Yeah, a little bit
You gotta keep
extra
your marriage
flavor.
exciting. Just kill off a few characters or something. You know, just.
I thought you were gonna
I
say
don't know.
like kill off your husband or something.
I was like, what?
Oh, that's a genre in itself. That's a. I don't know.
True crime.
Yeah, detective.
basically
literature.
true crime.
We love it.
Whatever the film noir version is for books.
Yeah, I don't. What is that? I don't. Was that Thriller? Is that Thriller? I'm gonna say it's Thriller.
Might be thriller.
Yeah,
I stick to fantasy. I don't.
yeah. I stick to true crime, so yeah, I'm not sure either. And like speaking of killing off like characters, do you have a least favorite character in your books, or do you usually
Oh,
just
yeah.
like dispose? Yeah,
I do have a least favorite character.
love it. Mm-hmm.
But it changes onto whoever is the protagonist of that.
Oh.
Whoever it is I have to spend the most time writing with right now in that moment is the one I hate the most because I just don't write them.
Oh man.
Yeah. Is it almost like a love-hate relationship with your like main protagonist?
Basically.
I love it.
Do you fall in love with your characters?
I mean, I try not to, given the amount of damage I deal.
Sorry, that was a dumb question.
I like it.
There's no dumb questions. It's fair.
Yeah. All is fair in love and war.
I have my sister and my best friend have both named certain characters that I'm not allowed to kill off because they're like, we will stop talking to you if you kill these characters.
Oh man.
Aww.
That's so funny.
I might do it, you know.
Yeah. Add a little spice to your life, you know? A little extra flavor to your life. We love it.
You guys are all being too nice to me. I'm just going to make that not happen.
Yeah.
You'll all come crying back to me when I'm a millionaire.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know, pipe dreams and all that.
Oh, yeah. You know, we love to manifest that to the world.
Yes,
existence.
manifestation.
Heck yeah.
Like joke around and be like, yeah, when I have enough money, I'm buying myself an island and leaving.
Man, can I yeet myself to your island?
Yeah, right.
I mean, probably.
It's okay. I'll stay in the trees or something. You know, something fun.
You don't have to stay in the trees. You could probably find somewhere to stay.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah. So, what is your favorite part of the process of writing? Is there like a favorite part, or do you have like a least favorite part?
I mean, I can answer both of those questions technically.
Awesome.
My favorite part would absolutely be when I am in the zone and I'm just writing.
Oh.
Right. Okay.
And it's like coming and I'm not having to stop.
Yeah.
And my least favorite part is after I hit send, hit publish.
Yeah.
I go and read what I have again and find like 100 typos and be like, I published this.
Oh.
I have to fix it.
Yeah, I can't imagine
like
that.
A pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that because I remember like going to the library and sometimes I'd take out an old book and I'd be looking through it and then all of a sudden like a page will be upside down and I'm like, oh, it's just upside down. That's okay. And I'll flip it upside down, but it's like from a completely different section. And it's just like an entirely different book inside of another book. And I'm like, oh,
really?
Yeah, that's happened before. And I was like, I wonder who wrote this. And I was like, oh, I can't even use this book anymore. It's always when I'm researching stuff. And I'm like, who approved this? I got to talk to the editor.
Well, it's funny because the editors miss so much stuff too.
Really?
Like,
man.
Yeah, you have to, like, it's harder when it's, like, it's easier to find an indie stuff.
Yeah.
It's findable in the traditional publishing too. But you'll find, like, typos and grammatical errors, and you're just like, one or two is fine. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Just if they're always there, and then it's a problem, which is what the indie scene has a lot of trouble with.
Right.
Okay.
Is because there's so many people who don't hire the editor because they're expensive.
Yeah.
Which is fair because a lot of these editors are sifting through thousands of pages of work to help you, and it's just like, yeah, okay, it's fair that you want money from me for this.
Man.
Yeah, it's not easy. So, like, how long does it take until your editor gets back to you once you've submitted a piece of work to him?
Last time it took him about 7 months.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they gotta look for like everything, right?
He was also going through and making sure I didn't have any like plot holes.
Yeah. Okay.
So he was doing that because there's a bunch of different kinds of editors. There's the continuity editors, which are basically the people who check to make sure you don't have plot holes. And there's the copy editors who check to make sure grammar and you're not reusing words too much. And then there's like, I don't remember what they're called, but they're basically a final editor. And they will go through everything and just make sure it's all there and ready to go. Like formatted properly for you.
Right.
Yeah.
You normally only get all three of these when you have like, when you're with one of the big publishing houses.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would be a lot easier, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
So then which would be like the most common editor then? Would you say like for for beginning aspiring writers or in your case your genre, or do you guys just have to stick with like a general editor then, because you mentioned
Yeah.
Yes, sort of. I mean, the editor I have has told me that yes, technically with my writing and my writing style, I could get away without having to do the copy editing.
Yeah.
I still would recommend it if I can afford it, just because
Okay.
it gets rid of some of the words that I repeat, because I repeat words and I don't notice it because it's in my own writing.
Yeah,
And it's just like, whatever. Writing an essay, you reuse words. That's what you do.
Yeah. Man, I wish I had an editor for like my essays, you know, because I feel like I use the words like
right?
moreover so much because I would like to sound smart and
Yeah.
snobby.
I have.
It would just
I
be
have
so
those too.
Yeah.
cool to have someone just analyze your work in that detail and just be
Yeah.
able
Yeah.
to just like fix it all up.
Yeah, so I mean,
Okay.
a lot of the time I play two hats basically, because I will do the writing and then I do my editing.
Right.
So I'm generally my own continuity editor at this point, because my series
Yeah.
isn't big
Okay.
enough yet for me to have to worry about
All
what
else.
did I do in book 1 when I'm writing book 5.
Right.
Wow.
Okay, that's so
And you don't
cool.
even think about that like it has to be a story that follows through and is continuous, right? Sometimes like we forget, we just read it because we expect it from the author, but we don't actually like remember
Yeah.
that the author has to remember all the other details from book one and make sure everything is
Yeah.
consistent.
How do you
Especially
keep up
if-
with that?
If
Yeah.
the author is like me, who just sort of has a plan already ahead for what's coming.
Okay.
And so you start putting in like little tidbits about what the future has in the first book, and you forget about those. I forgot about those even in the second book,
Yeah.
and I had to go back, and it was like, oh, wait, I
Yeah.
put that little plot thread that I need to keep tying on.
Do you just go back, or do you reread your first couple of books often so you can recall everything? Like, how do you keep note of that, those important details?
Yeah.
I have a flowchart.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Like Excel spreadsheets of like
Yeah.
what characters' loyalties are.
You're using math?
Love it.
It's not quite math. I use an Excel spreadsheet because it has pretty little tables, and I don't have to put in the tables.
We love pretty
Yeah.
tables. That's so cool, though.
That
So you
is.
just- That's so neat. Like you could just like keep track of every single character where they're going. Oh my god, that's cool. It's almost like a monitoring system.
It is. And I mean, I
Yeah.
know exactly where they are at each time, and especially
Yeah.
with, like, the style, the way I'm writing this, and like the style, which I would love to talk about right now.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh.
spoiler, so I can't.
Oh, okay.
That's okay.
I'm doing
Yeah.
something I have never seen done in like
Yeah.
my genre or any genre.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's
Trying my own
exciting.
little niche thing in hopes that it will also convince like publishers and stuff to like give me a chance, because
Yeah,
I'm doing something different.
exactly. That must be so
That is
exciting.
awesome. That is very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
I wouldn't be
super
able
fun.
to keep it in. I'm so bad at keeping like a kind of secret like that where it's like so exciting you're just like ah.
Well, I want to tell the world. It's really hard sometimes because I'll be on Twitter or whatever trying to talk to
Yeah.
people and be like,
Oh
they'll
my
be like,
goodness.
oh, I need an idea for something new to do. And I'm like, don't give away your secrets. Don't give away your secrets. They're yours. Keep them safe.
Yeah. My precious. I'm gonna keep it close.
Basically.
Yeah. We love it. Are you
We
into
do.
heavy world building, or how does world building take place, and how do you go about starting it?
I guess I'm into heavy world
Ah.
building. I'm not 100% certain what you meant by that part.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So, like,
no, just
some-
like,
So like especially like with like larger franchises like Star Wars, like they have multiple authors working on the universe, and they really get in depth with like the world lore, like the details of that world, even like their own, yeah, and, like, the culture.
I would say I have a lot of that because I have created my own
Right.
language system.
wow.
Oh wow!
Wow. Yeah, that's
So
insane.
the magic in my books follows its own language system, which is
Oh man!
based off of
Oh okay.
different languages that exist. So I
Yeah.
didn't, start it from scratch like Tolkien did.
Okay. Yeah.
but the main one is based like Old Shadovian is based off of Latin.
Okay.
Then-
Wow.
Cool.
And then the Lusian language is based off of French.
Oh, that's really cool.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've got that. And I also have my own like religious system.
Okay. All right.
You're playing God. That's so cool.
Hey, you can't do
I
that.
am.
Man, if you guys are listening to this, you gotta check this book out. A lot of thoughts going
Yeah.
into this. Man.
I
I
agree.
put a lot of time and effort. It took me
Yeah.
3 years to write it.
Wow.
3 years.
Wow. 3 years
Oh.
consistent or on and off?
I want to say consistent, but there was probably a span of 6 months where I was out of a job and I was sort of really down on my luck, and so I was not doing that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
When life hits you, like, you know, oh, that's the worst.
So it kind of had
Yeah.
to be put on the back burner for a bit then.
Yeah.
Then the second book, which is with the editor right now, has so far, not including the editing process,
Mhm.
took me about 6 months total to write.
Wow.
Okay.
Not bad.
Wow.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
And the first book is, I have it right here. I haven't figured how many pages it is. I have not memorized that number.
It's crazy because I was just about to ask as well. I was about to be like, so how many pages are your books?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one is 457 pages.
Okay. Wow.
And then the second book isn't formatted yet, but it will be around the same number.
Oh
It
my
is formatted.
goodness. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
So
that's
in
a
each
read.
one, the last one was like 160k words.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. Oh my
Really
god.
write an essay.
You heard that
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah, apparently that's not the thing you're supposed to do, but
Yeah.
my editor is trying to get me to do my second one and be a little bit shorter than that, because you're not supposed to be that many words.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm just
really.
like, but I have so much stuff going on. I have to tell people about this world that I have built.
Exactly. Yeah.
They must
From the
know.
ground up.
They
I
Yeah.
need to know everything. Like, come on, I'm not as bad as Tolkien yet, guys.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you created a whole religion and language, so yes, we definitely need to.
Yeah.
It needs a
Heck yeah.
manuscript and a
Mhm.
manual
Yeah.
and everything.
That's, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what the blogs are for on my website, is that it gives you a bunch of the lore and character bios and stuff that I couldn't put into the books because, apparently I was going too long.
What?
Mhm.
All right, send us that link.
Wow.
Let's add that in. Let's throw that in.
Yeah.
share
We
the-
need that.
Yeah.
I can do that, probably.
We love
Do I
it.
just put it in, like, the server, or where do you want me to put it?
Just message to me later.
Okay, I can do that.
That sounds really
So-
cool.
That does. So, second last question.
Yeah.
Victoria, do you have any advice for new aspiring writers?
My main advice is, like, the advice I've given people I've run into who've asked me that question before is, like,
Oh.
it's gonna suck. There's gonna be days where you just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the days you have to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to write every day, which is what most people tell you, is if you want to be a good writer, you have to write every day. I
Right.
would disagree with that. You do not need to write every day.
Oh.
But the days you really don't want to write are the days you should be writing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's good
And why
advice.
do you say that?
Whoa.
I say that just because that's what I've found works for me.
Yeah.
If I don't write, then that gives me the permission, basically, to not write for a week.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if
that,
I force
holds you
myself
accountable.
through it, then I will
Yeah.
keep writing. And yes, it might be only 500 words here and there, but at least I've done
Yeah.
500 words, which is 500 more than nothing.
That's
yes,
true.
Yes.
And that's a lot of
Yeah.
words. Oh my goodness.
That is, it actually reminds me of something I had read on Twitter where this one girl was saying that it's okay to take breaks, but if you ever want to take breaks, just make sure it doesn't exceed 2 days, supposedly, because if it exceeds 2 days, then you'll no longer go back to what you had initially started or that routine or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's crazy that you said the same thing. Well, sort of along the same lines.
And it's basically the same thing.
You love it.
Maybe we saw the same person because, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter who've been like, yeah, no, this is what you do. And there's differing opinions on everything in life, and
Yeah,
a lot of people are like,
exactly.
no, you have to write every day or you're not a true writer, and I'm just like, you're a
Yeah.
writer if you write.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
True.
don't have to be published. You can write for fun. Just do it because
Yeah.
it's what you
Yeah,
like.
screw the rules. Yeah.
Yeah. This goes out to all the fan fiction writers. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow your dreams.
Follow your
You write about
dreams.
those unicorns? I'll read it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Heck yeah. I love it. That's actually so inspiring, though.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
also,
do you
oh, sorry. Yeah, you go.
live by any life mottos?
Don't have a life motto? No.
Just like screw it.
Not really. I don't think I've ever really thought about it.
Yeah.
Kind of
Wow.
just live my life and let live, I guess. That sounds like a good motto to have.
Love it. Live, laugh, love.
You just want to
And love,
exist,
laugh, live.
play your video games when you want to play your video games, and write, and just be who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? If you want to go and rob a grocery store, I do not condone this. Do not go rob a grocery store.
Yeah.
Let's go rob a grocery store. Thanks, Victoria.
This was not condoned by me.
She had to clarify like twice, yeah, because Justin's gonna go in there and edit it and just encourage everyone.
Well, I was
I'm kind of
thinking it and you
worried.
said it.
Please
I
don't.
just exposed you.
Yeah.
Please
I wanna
don't.
get
I haven't
tattooed
gotten my
with
start yet. You can start doing the scandal stuff after I've, made it.
Okay.
Victoria's
That's
right. Victoria's just like, let me be a household name first, please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
let me be talked about all the time and be on like all the bestsellers list.
Heck
All right.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Manifestation.
Well then.
was
Wow.
good.
Thanks, Victoria.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
for
thank
coming
you.
today.
Much.
You were so fun
This
to
is a real
interview.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
hilarious.
no, great.
You're so funny, man.
Just read the book, guys. It's a good book.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
let's
yeah.
read
I'm pretty
Guys,
sure
check
after
out
this
that
interview,
book.
I'm definitely sold
Read
on,
it.
on it.
it. Yeah.
Nice. Please do
Yes.
be sold on it. I need money. I'm broke.
Yeah. All our listeners. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So everybody, go listen to that book. Go now, or else I'll fight you. Just kidding. I won't fight you. But go listen.